Sub-work order processing was created by E2B Technologies to help manufacturing companies tie subassembly component work orders with end item work orders in MAS 500 advanced manufacturing. Functions within the module include the ability to link work orders for finished goods to their required component work orders. This is especially important in environments where subassembly components are not stocked and must be produced each time the finished item is produced. The ability to easily identify component work orders that use the same work order number with a suffix that identifies each. The ability to define sub-work orders at any level in the bill of material. This allows you to selectively create sub-work orders at different levels in the bill of material. The ability to have enhanced MRP create planned work orders using the sub-work order functionality, including linked numbering and required date calculations. The ability to simplify scheduling of component and finished production. And the ability to apply just-in-time techniques when purchasing materials for the component and finished item production. This is especially helpful for job shop environments. Sub-work order processing is controlled on the Maintain Routing screen. Check Create Sub-work orders if work orders for the next lower level make items should be created at the same time as the finished item work order and be linked. All sub-routings should be checked also if lower level component work orders should be created at the same time. This allows you to control how many levels deep to create the component sub-work orders. For enhanced MRP processing of sub-work orders, remember to check the Create Sub-Work Orders box on the standard routing for the finished item by warehouse, as that is the routing that enhanced MRP will use to satisfy demand for the finished item in a particular warehouse. Let's look at the levels in the bill of material for the catamaran sailboat in this example. Level 1, which is a sponson, is also a make item. Level 2, compound, under the sponson, is also a make item with purchased components. So in our example, the routing for the finished catamaran sailboat is checked to create sub-work orders, which will create a linked sub-work order for level 1 sponson. And the routing for the level 1 sponson is also checked to create sub-work orders, which will create a linked sub-work order for the level 2 compound. To see how the sub-work order program works, let's create a work order for the finished catamaran sailboat. Okay, work order 116 has been created. Now let's see what work orders were created. We'll look in the work order maintenance screen and we'll do a lookup on the available work orders. We'll scroll to the last work orders and we can see that a work order 116 was created for the catamaran sailboat. Work order 116-01 was created for the sponson, and work order 116-02 was created for compound. So work order 116 is for the catamaran sailboat and a quantity of 1. Work order 116-01 is for the sponson and a quantity of 2 because it takes 2 sponsons to make one finished catamaran sailboat. And work order 116-02 for the compound requires 200 to be produced because it takes 100 pounds per sponson that is manufactured. Enhanced MRP planning also uses the sub-work order definition when creating planned work orders. Here we see 3 planned work orders for the finished catamaran sailboat, 8103, 8113, and 8116, and linked sub-work orders for each to produce the sponsons and the compound to produce the sponsons. In addition, each set is linked on the grid for setting firm, as well as actual for further processing in MRP. Order dates and required dates in MRP are calculated for each component based on defined production lead times. The linked planned work orders can now be converted into actual work orders by selecting Actual Orders and Generate. MRP messages show that the 3 planned work orders have been converted into actual work orders. Number 117 for the catamaran, 117-01 for the sponson, and 117-02 for the compound.